You working? You working, microphone? Okay, sweet. It is working. Uh, Taylor and I entered the 2026 Pokemon VGC Orlando Regional Championship this weekend. And it was sick. We had a great time. So I just wanted to make a little video talking about it for our memories. Way back in the day, I'm an old man. I'm 35 years old. I played Pokemon Yellow when it came out. I played Pokemon Gold when it came out on the Game Boy. I watched the anime all the way through Johto, but after that, I completely fell off about it. Gen 3 to Gen 7, I knew absolutely nothing about it. Our only interaction with the Pokemon franchise, for the most part, in between then, is like about 10 years ago, we got Pokemon tattoos together just because we felt like it. About Gen 8, sometime after it came out, we decided to buy Sword just because we needed something to play. It looked pretty cool, and it was sick. We fell back in love with it. Galar ruled. We had a great time, but I tried VGC like one or two battles in that, and it didn't make any sense to me. I didn't understand attack, special attack, all the splits, stuff like that. Like, foreign language to me. And surprisingly, as recently as then, it seemed to be a lot harder to find proper explanations for that stuff online than it was after the release of Gen 9. It seems way more accessible to understand now. But yeah, Gen 9 came out. We both loved it. We got the double pack. Played the story super fast. Really enjoyed it. A lot of people complained about the quality of the graphics and this and that and the other thing, but we don't give a shit about that. I don't know how good you need the mons to look, how realistic you need them to be, but I thought it all looked great. Super fun. And after the story, you need more stuff to do. I like shiny hunting and all that a lot, but you can only do so much of that. It gets pretty old. And we were just scrolling YouTube one day and we saw the VGC stream, so we clicked on it and checked it out. And we saw this young dude named Justin Tang win the whole thing, win the regional with a Pokemon named Palafin, who we both thought was super cool already, like one of the coolest new Pokemon in Gen 9. And just kind of amazed that you could win a tournament with a strategy like that, We thought it would be a way more centralized game, like you couldn't play with fun things. We didn't know anything about formats and all of that yet, but that was enough to get us to check it out. And from that point on, we learned how to build Pokemon, how to construct a proper team, this, that, and the other. It's a lot of information, of course, but yeah, you genuinely need to put a fuckload of time into learning how the game works just to not automatically lose, like just to be able to play it, not even to be good at it. I've heard it described as chess with over 1,000 pieces, and that really is what it feels like. But it's pretty addicting. Like, it's really, really, really fun. And to play the game competitively, you play a best-of-3 series in person in a format called Open Team Sheets, where every piece of information about your Pokemon, except how it's trained, is available to your opponent on a sheet that you have to give them the information ahead of time, and they print out for you. So it's way different. You can't play that way in the actual game at all. You can only play best of one closed team sheet, so all that information is secret and you're all guessing. And that's primarily what I've played. I've gotten pretty good at it, to be honest, for my standards, not like best in the world status, but pretty good. Like, I have a solid knowledge base. But the tournament we're entering is like a whole new beast. Neither one of us have really played best of 3 open team sheets at all before trying to enter this tournament. We never played it at all until we decided we were going to enter it. But we had no expectations of winning the tournament or even doing well. To be honest, both of us just wanted to win one match. Taylor said her goal was to win one single game in a match, and I knew she would do better than that, Pokemon's a game with a lot of variables, like a lot. So you can win a match just based on the Pokemon you picked being a bad matchup for the Pokemon that your opponent picked. You know, you can only pick 6 out of all the Pokemon that are available, which is hundreds. They're not all viable, but, you know, there's still a ton of options, and you can't cover for everything. That's what makes the game fun and challenging, honestly. When I signed up, I made a team for Regulation F, because I assumed that was going to carry on. You know, there's a whole thing. They're coming out with a new game that'll be exclusive for the VGC stuff. They used to have it bundled in with the mainline Pokemon game, but that's not going to be the case anymore. So we thought it would be the same format going in, but about a month before they announced it was a different one. Super high power format, Regulation I, 2 legendaries on your team. So when they announced that, I had to throw my team out, and I just knew one thing. And the one thing was that I wanted to play with Terapagos. Now, I don't think Terapagos has ever won anything, and that's with the best players in the world using it. I don't believe it's ever won a tournament or anything of the sort. I could be wrong, but it's not one of the top choices by the best players in the world. I'll say that. But I love it. I just think it's so cool. It's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Hold on a second. There it is. Can't really focus, but it's one of my favorite cards, too. We started collecting the cards when we started playing again. Not a huge collection, but, you know. Anyway, Terapagos is sick. It functions very uniquely, and, I tried really hard to learn it. And there's one other Pokemon that I really wanted to use, because apparently you're not going to be able to use it again, potentially ever, in VGC, and that is Clefairy. Clefairy is a cool, fat little pink girl who causes havoc for your opponents. She doesn't do damage, but she really gets under their skin in other ways. And I knew it would be a really good fit with Terapagos. Now, I originally started playing a team somebody much better than me made. The Terapagos Sinistcha Urshifu team. And yes, that team was honestly much better than the team I ended up playing, and I knew that. I knew I would be in trouble with this team, but I wanted to run it anyway, and I had no time to learn anything else. And Taylor wanted to play the Swordfish team, and the Swordfish team needs Urshifu Rapid Strike, and we only had one. I didn't have 30 hours to get another one. So, here we are. This is the team that I made for it, and I ran it with pride. Struggle, but pride. Really, a good team has at least 2 modes you can rely on, sometimes 3 or 4 different game plans based on what you're playing. I went to this regional with really one. What I wanted to do with the team was any game that I could use Incineroar, Clefairy, Terapagos, and Calyrex Shadow Rider. And just wanted to let that turtle sit in the pod and cook, keep it safe, let it get rolling. It needs a lot of time to set up with this build, but I was really proud of the build of the turtle. It survived a lot and more than I thought it would, but I just didn't build well enough around it. There was not enough different dimensions to this team for it to actually be good. But that said, it was pretty good on the best of 1 ladder. Like I said, I felt like that was enough for me to be happy to take it to the tournament. If I could go back, the problem is Smeargle needs the Focus Sash, right? And Calyrex is really at a disadvantage if you're not using the Life Orb or the Focus Sash on it. And I wasn't willing to drop Landorus because I really needed it with this composition, I felt. And it needs the Life Orb. And so I went with the Whimsicott, and it was kind of like a dead fish. It did nothing for me. It just put me out of position a lot when I brought it. But if I could go back, I would try to find a way to get Smeargle on this team instead of Whimsicott. Oh, and by the way, I didn't sleep at all for one reason or another. So I was coming in pretty sure I wasn't going to win a single game. Okay, here we are. It's time for round 1. I'm sitting at the table super early, waiting for my opponent. He shows up. I can tell by the look of him he's done it. He's done this before. But it turns out he's a really, really nice guy. I'm honest with him. I tell him I've never done this before. I need him to guide me. I assume there would be some kind of tournament infrastructure to play in, but you actually just do the union circle like, you're playing with your little brother. So that was wild to me. Anyway, we try to get started and have 2 immediate disconnects. And we call a judge. We're like, what the heck's going on? They tell us to just turn off our switches and try it again. It works. We start playing. And we're talking about the things they're giving away. The Zygarde card mat and whatever. And he says, okay, Blaze, you're going to have to beat me quick so I can get over there and get my stuff. And this is before we have exchanged team sheets. After we did, that seemed to be a little bit more of a possibility than I think he believed at first. He was running Lunala and Groudon. Really cool team, actually. He had like Terra, Fire, Entei, I remember. But it was just a terrible matchup for him from having to face my team. I played really aggressively. I believe that's what allowed me to get the win in this round. He had wide guard pressure on me, but I knew that he knew he needed a lot of offense to break through my turtle, so I didn't think he was going to press it. So I just went for it. I went for Star Storms. I got them. The deciding game came down to him needing to knock out my Landorus. He had a Terra Fire Flare Blitz in the sun from Entei, and I had a really chunky, fat Landorus. He had a lot of HP investment, and he survived. That got me the game, got me the win. Guy gave me a hug, told him, thanks so much, man. I really appreciated it. And it was like, I couldn't have had a better start to a Pokemon tournament experience. Like, really great, dude. Really appreciate you, Kyle. Then you have to wait forever between rounds, I guess, because you have to wait for the trading card game to also finish their rounds. So you just sit there for like 40 minutes or so, waiting to get announced who you're going to play against next. And when that time finally does come, I look at my phone and I see round 2 versus Nicholas Morales. And I didn't immediately recognize who he was, but something told me that I knew who this was and I had seen them before, and that I was not going to win this round. Sure enough, after we played, I looked him up, and yes, he is a regional champion. He has won it all before. But he was super nice and chill too. He could afford to be, honestly. He saw right through what I was trying to do. He was 2 moves ahead of me every play. He played Lunala Zamazenta, which I have never played against in my life before this moment. He Calm Mind Lunala nonetheless. He got 2 Calm Minds up on that thing, and there was just nothing I could do. I fought hard. I made it maybe mildly interesting for a minute, but I never had a chance. He dominated me. But he was super gracious and chill and nice. And it was a really good experience because I learned what levels there are to this thing in person. Like, this dude was the truth. Round 3, I'm set up to play another really good player. 1-1 tables, so, it can be anybody. And he had another really interesting team. I know he had Miraidon and Iron Bundle. He had a really hefty Iron Hands. He beat me in a close one in game 1. In game 2, he did something that I was actually ready for and prepared for. Something that really benefited my team. He encored my Terapagos into Calm Mind. Now, in a lot of situations, you'd want to switch him out of this, so you're not locked into the same move for 3-4 turns, whatever it is. But I had the game plan for this moment. I cycled the Pokemon perfectly. I let the turtle be stuck on the field and just kept boosting and got rid of the Iron Bundle on the turn when the Encore would end. So from that point on, the turtle just ran away from it. There was nothing that could be done to stop it. And in game 3, we played another really close one, but got it done. 2-1. Other really cool dude. And I was like, I don't know what's going on at this point. I cannot believe what's happening. Like, I was like top 100 in the tournament at that moment. So I was geeked, real geeked. Round 4, played a guy named Chase. Originally, he didn't want to talk much. But I just like to keep it light. I didn't want to be stressed playing, so I tried to talk to all of my opponents a little bit at least. This guy eventually warmed up to it. We played a really close game in game 1. He beat me. Game 2, I countered. I was punching back. I made a great play on turn 1. He doubled into my Clefairy, but I protected and got the Calm Mind off. So then the next turn, I got a second Calm Mind off. I had Terapagos in position against Zamazenta and Shadow Rider, both damaged at about 50% health, and he did not click Wide Guard. The Starstorm was coming, the Turtle was at full health, and the Zamazenta crit me on a body press. And that was deflating, devastating for a moment, but then I said, hey, I knew that going in. That is the game. It is gambling. There's a huge luck aspect to it, and that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it possible for a player like me to compete with these guys at all. So, can't complain about it. Hats off to him. 2-2 on the chopping block. Next round can be the elimination from the tournament. And now, like I said, I hadn't slept at all. At this point, my brain is shutting down. I'm super tired. It was freezing cold in there, but by this point, my body was running super hot. And I sat down at this table against another really nice dude, and I look at the team sheet, and he has Caesar and Monkey Dory. And I have not practiced against any Monkey Dory. I knew it had Fake Out, but I couldn't remember anything else it did at this point. He had Sludge Wave on it. He led Caesar and Monkey Dory both games and just Sludge Waved and poisoned all my Pokemon. And Terapagos being heavily poisoned is a death sentence. I can't win at that point. He smoked me. 2-3. That's the end of my day. You could have played it out to see if I could have padded those numbers. Maybe I could have got to 5-3 or 4-4, but I was exhausted. I had to go home. I passed out in the car on the way home. We got some food, and I went home and slept from 7 at night to like 6 the next day. But it was an extremely awesome time. I would recommend it to anybody who is into the video game, a competitive side, whether you think you're good at it or not. Before round 5, I had the feeling like, now I finally understand why these people travel for this stuff, because I used to think it was insane. All the money that you have to put into having a chance to be good at this game. You have to travel all around the country, sometimes the world, to have a chance to make it to the World Championships. But in that moment, I was like, I could improve this team a lot. Maybe I should play at the next one. Maybe I should fly across the country to play in Los Angeles. And I snapped back to reality real quick. I was like, that's the pool. That's what gets everybody that loves this stuff. So I won't be doing that, but I will say anytime it's in my town, I will certainly be registering for a regional championship. And who knows, I might even pop into a local at some point if I can figure out where they are. There is a bit of a dark side to this tournament. So a lot of people had team sheet errors, whether it was their fault, which I can see being possible because my first time using this RK9 website, it's a little unintuitive. It makes you click things a little weird to confirm them. But somebody next to me said it was their first tournament as well, and their team sheet had Body Slam on their Zamazenta rather than Body Press, and this was round 2. So their opponent called over the judge, and the judge said, can't use Body Press. Obviously, his tournament was over at that point. Way more than just that, too. I heard of it with a lot of people. Also, somebody in the TCG, like in a really high stakes match, was disqualified for this.
4. Wow! 2 cards! Rips it off the 6 cards. Are you kidding me here? Makani.
I believe they said it was dangerous or insulting or something like that. And in Pokemon Go, which I cannot believe is a competitive video game, but it is. This guy won the whole thing, and this was his only celebration. And they said this was too much. He got disqualified in the championship. He won, and they took it away from him for doing that. And I've seen people celebrate a lot harder than that and not get disqualified. In this game, like, I don't know. They just make it up as they go along, it feels like. So, again, if you just want to play and have a good time, I mean, there are some weirdos there. Of course, there's going to be some weirdos everywhere, but predominantly it was really cool people, really nice vibes, and you get to play Pokemon at the highest level available to you. That's fun enough for me. If you're not trying to be the world champion, if you're not going to pull your hair out over this stuff, check it out, man. It's worth your time. Anyway, it wasn't total clickbait. Here's me on the stream.
You really like Caesar?
Yeah.
Why are you holding Aegislash like that?
Attack!
All right, well, we might
Doing that all day.
Well, we might be getting into some rogue mega battles out here with Aegislash, so I'm going to make sure these trainers make it home safely. Declan and Miles, thank you so much for joining me. Do you want to say hello to anybody who might be watching?
This is when I was filming Taylor's round 5.
Saying something really good.
She was in a heated
her.
3-game set here. And she had the same record as me. She won her first round, just like me. In her second round, she played a famous caster, the guy who announces the games in Europe, flew over to play in this. She played him, gave him like Orlando tourist advice and stuff like that. Really neat story for her. She kept going on. She beat somebody who was really good in round 4, so she was also 2-2. Yeah, we both lost round 5. We both were like, yeah, we're cooked. We got to get out of here. So that was the end of our tournament, but here's the rest of the footage. Really, really cool time, and I definitely can't wait for the next time I get to play in one. Hopefully Champions is half as cool as Scarlet and Violet was to me.
Okay, so they did set it up.
Yeah, they did. Wow. Okay, this is cool.
Free play lounge.
Oh, they got N64 set up?
Gonna be pretty easy to get confused in here.
Yeah, we gotta figure out where we're supposed
Yeah.
to be going now. And they have plugs already plugged up.
This whole damn thing's gonna be filled tomorrow.
That's a lot of teams. That's so cool.
The stage.
I'm in it.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I thought I was losing my mind. That says $86.
And it goes, ew, you're gross.
Waiting in
Vanilla.
this long ass line. I got our welcome kit.
Vanilla.
Got Nathan for $1.25, but they got that vanilla Haagen Dazs. It's way too early to be going to play Pokemon.
Going on the victory road.
Puggy babies.
We made it to
That shirt.
Oh, I love it. It's so awesome.
Our goal is accomplished.
I won too. I won too.
Yeah.
I already turned my ticket in.
We
Just a
got,
picture of it.
we got a win. Update, I played a regional champion and Taylor played another well-known player as well, and we did not win round 2. We never had a chance.
We got our booties beat.
Oh well. I won round 3. I'm 2-1. Taylor played a famous British caster who literally calls the games when they play in
he
Europe.
calls the games. He's won at least 2 regionals. He absolutely destroyed me.
But it's really cool
But it
that
was
she
really
got to
cool
play
I got
him.
to play him. It was
Yeah,
fun.
and she gave him Orlando tourist advice.
Yeah, I told him to go to Discovery Cove and eat at Sushi Kiki.
Hell yeah. I definitely thought that the contraptions that you play on would be like more serious or more high tech, but this is the wired internet and it charges your Switch and connects you to the regional internet network. This is just like, yeah, just a little thing, but it works. It does the job. That's all they got on every single one of these tables. I thought it was more serious. Tell them about round 4.
I won 2-0, and I played so good, and I played great, and I played against somebody that was good, and I played my butt off, and I won.
What was their name?
Read. So their name was I Read Minds, but they couldn't read this one.
Not this one.
Oh.
Impossible. Look at that. Come on now.
Good luck, Sneaks. Got my matching Espion in my bag.
I did not win. I got crit. My Terapagos died in one shot. It sucked. We're both 2-2. We might play each other now.
2-2. Oh my God! Please be the baby match.
I'm ready for it. First one in history, maybe.
Nobody fall over. We gotta play it for real.
I got eliminated in round 5. Taylor is still playing. Let's go, girl. Let's go, buddy. She's locked. She's vibing. Locked. Has no idea I'm here. I had fun. I'm not going to play out the rest of the day, though. There's no point. I'm super tired. I got no sleep. My body was hurting. I'm really glad I still made it. This was awesome. Behind the scenes, there's a stream match going on. Something I never ever want to be a part of. I don't want people watching me play this game. No way, son. So this is the video game over here, like our own little area in comparison. This is TCG. There's over 2,700 players in the Masters Division alone. And that's not even a record or anything. Like, it's like the regular. Fucking insane, bro. And it's also why it takes all day, because you have to wait for all of them to finish their matches before the VG can start the next round. I have no idea why they're tied that way together, because this has an hour time limit. Most of our matches are done in like 20 minutes. Go figure.
They scooped it.
It must be going really long. I just went to the bathroom and she's still playing. I'm so proud of her. This is so cool. I got my socks blown off in round 5. 2-0. She's definitely in a 3-game set right now. I'm sure the microphone just messed up, but yeah, she's definitely in a 3-game set. Killing it. Killing it with Zacian and Kyogre. Totally off meta shit. So cool. I think she might have won. This dude's head in hand. Oh boy. we'll find out. We'll find out what happened. Oh yeah.
has consumed electricity. So now it's like all the players are going to have to fit in, but it's probably they're probably going to have to use a goal switch or an even stronger attack.
Hill of Beans. Okay, yeah, now I see. They just have the same restaurants everywhere. They're the same, well, quote unquote restaurants.
Papa John's, Four Rivers, Freight Place.
You gotta appreciate that both of these are the same restaurant. They're the same staff.
Show me where the kitchen is. Oh, there isn't the same kitchen.
I feel a lot more normal now. But we had to walk this in the morning. And I was fresh off no sleep. I felt like I was on hallucinogens. This thing looked like it would absolutely never end. It wasn't that bad, but this place is way too big. This is cool though. Little pocket truck.
Steering on the right side, it's Japanese.
Taylor might be able to pick that up. Oh, you now got it like that though. Get out of here, boy.